as a kid in Detroit growing up, you took field trips. You usually went to the Henry Ford Museum or the River Rouge plant, and you'd go to the Henry Ford Museum, and there would be the red number 1 Mark IV, the Le Mans winning car. And then my love just started from there on about the Mark IV.
The last time I saw this tub on the track was we had just completed the car at Kar-Kraft, and we took the car to a Ford test track.
So we were having lunch, as we do. Mexican cuisine is our specialty, and we were just talking about how beautiful the cars were in the late '60s, especially just right before aerodynamics, before they started looking at airplanes.
Jim Matthews and myself were talking about things to do together, and we heard that through a mutual friend of ours, Tony Alve, that Kar-Kraft could be for sale. So we started to look into it deeper, got the contacts with Tony, and reached out to them, and sure enough, it was for sale. So I went and looked at all the inventory and what they had, and then Jim decided to pull the trigger, and here we are, probably 3 years later, at our first track test.
For me, what was as special as sitting in the car, driving the car, was having, a couple of the original folks involved. Bob Riley, obviously, and then the guys from Roush came down. So that bringing these guys together is, that's as special as actually sitting in the car.
The storyline in the movie Ford versus Ferrari, but this is kind of a continuation of that. Kind of where that movie ends is kind of where this picks up, at least is my understanding of the history. But this was built to win Le Mans, and it ended up winning Sebring with Mario, my great uncle Mario, and Bruce McLaren. So, and then it won at Le Mans. I believe it was with Gurney and Foy. It's lively to drive, which is really fun, and so that's really cool. And the fact that it's got a lot of power and it's got very little downforce makes it fun to drive. So it's cool for anybody that wants to have something to take to the track, feel like they're being they're part of history, but also have something they can really go out there and have some fun with.
Craftsman we have back at Riley's, they just did a great job building this car. The fabrication is just great. So the car really turned out quite well. It's quite exciting to see it run again.